Russell is one of Hollywood's most talented and handsome leading men.
He sure is, and he's appeared in more than 90 films over the past 5 decades.
It's hard to believe. Kathy and I had a chance to sit down with Kurt earlier this week to talk about his new movie, Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. And in it, Kurt plays a not-so-likable bounty hunter named John the Hangman Root.
Oof, take a look.
Sound to me you've been reading a lot of newspapers printed in Washington, D.C. Anywho, I'm just trying to let y'all know how grateful I am. I was a goner, and y'all saved me.
You want to show me how grateful you are? Get in there! Shut up.
Oh! Sorry, boy.
Shut up! You learned that at home talking that way, didn't you?
Big hello to both of you.
Was that a real mustache, by the way, that you were sporting?
It took a while to grow.
How long
Goldie
did
was
that
a big fan of that.
I bet she loved that.
Really liked
It was a real turn on.
No, you know what? Forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, you find stuff in those things after a while, you know?
It's just, you know what's hard is like even in that, I had a big coat on in that thing. Every time you turn, it just stops you.
Slaps up against stuff,
I'm not going to go that far.
But it was his style. Now,
Well,
did Quentin know what
is.
he wanted in that Quentin Tarantino, the director? That's a look.
Well, he wrote it in there. He said, but he wrote it as a walrus mustache. Now, you know, I had my own personal feeling about walrus mustache. I just think, I'll grow a big sweeper, you know.
Yeah.
But you're right. The characters in those kinds of movies in those days, they wanted you to see who they were right away, especially this guy.
Knowing you and how fun and how sweet and how nice you are, it's hard to see you in a role like this where you're playing this rough and tumble kind of mean guy.
Well, listen, I'm nicer than I was the last time I worked with Quentin. I was, I was running women over with my car. So, so I'm working my way up the ladder.
That happens sometimes.
I tell you, when you get the opportunity to work with him, he's just
that's what all the actors say.
What is it about him?
It's his energy. It's besides his talent. His talent is, I think, fantastic. I look at it and I think he has a tremendous sense of humor.
Yeah.
It taps into mine, so my apologies if that's the way it is.
It's a little sick.
You know, well, but in a fun way, in a backyard sort of, hey, let's make a movie and squirt ketchup on each other and, take swords and, I think it has that quality
never grown up.
But his talent, it's the day on the set is just a blast. And I've been really lucky to work with great directors, and I hope we get a chance to work with all of them again. It's just that Quentin he loves what he does so much that it's infectious.
I have to tell you something. I don't know if I've ever told you this. You were my first hugest crush I ever had in my life. Was it The Travels of Jaimie McPheeters, was it? What was it called?
That was it, The Travels of Jaimie McPheeters. It was 1963.
What was the role?
It's like,
I was 10.
I'll say it. You don't look like you could have seen that.
Yo, baby. Boy, did I see it. I was just like, oh, my gosh. I think it was the one dimple over there that did it.
Yeah.
You know, you're not symmetrically perfect, but it works.
No, I'm not symmetrically perfect.
So
you're interesting looking, as some people
No, you were
say,
just drop dead. Now you're going to be with the family. You're going to be in Colorado, the gorgeous.
Yeah. We'd go there every winter. We got a place there that's great. And, as a matter of fact, it was only about 3.5, 4 hours from where we shot The Hateful Eight.
You're getting lots of snow right now, so that's good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You know what else is hard to believe? We were reading in the notes that it said that you didn't want to play the role. You didn't want
Richard Gere role
in Officer and Gentleman because you didn't know if the love scenes would be taken seriously.
No, another really good director, Taylor Hackford. Yeah. And I was a young guy at the time. No, I don't like sex scenes if you're having fake sex, then you know it, the audience knows it, everybody knows you're faking it.
Do porn.
It's the only time. Well, if you're gonna do sex, let's go realm of the senses,
Well,
but I said I don't want to be, I don't want to look like well, the horrible thing about that to me is I see. So this is what they think sex looks like, huh? It's like I don't want to be on the other end of that.
Well,
but if you've got a story point,
doesn't it look different depending on who you're having it with?
Listen, if you got a story point, like I did a picture called Unlawful Entry, which I think when you're talking about sex scenes, that's a good start. But there was a scene where Ray Liotta's this bad cop, and he sees us. He's watching us. He's watching me have sex with my wife, and she sees it. Okay, then you gotta you
got a reason.
Let's make this work.
Yeah. Who was your wife at the time?
What do you mean?
What woman?
Real life?
No, who played the?
Oh, Madeline Stowe.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Madeline Stowe, and she was great. I mean, she was played it great and everything. So no, you can be comfortable.
Okay.
Listen, and Silkwood Meryl Streep and I were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're supposed to look like, you know, we were in love, you know, so.
Well, you're a pretty good actor. You can carry that off.
No, I don't. I think that, you know, it's okay. It's just that in that one, in Officer and Gentleman, I actually asked Taylor, I said, tell me how this works. He said, and he was great. He said, I just want to go past the point of good taste. And I said, I don't think I'm your guy. I said, I'm not,
married to
not
Helen
sure.
Mirren, right?
Maybe I'm not your guy, you know.
Well,
and
we are
you know.
so happy
So
you
fun.
came to hang with us this
Thank
morning.
you for coming to see us.
And it's called The Hateful Eight.
Yes, it is. That one went off the rails, the way we like them. All right, the film opens in select cities on Christmas Day nationwide, January 1st.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.